Welcome to the Negotiation Society podcast. I'm your host, Dürrin Ergun, and I have today a very special guest. She's my colleague, but she is a unique expert negotiator because she is empathic, authentic, and with that approach, she is so successful with our clients. She has a background in managing sales teams of Mango, Apple, and several prestigious French brands. Maybe some of you know Sandro and Mage. And you wouldn't tell if you would see her, but she has 20 years of experience in doing that. So together with Tina, we will explore fundamental human topics such as mindset, motivation, and empowerment in the context of negotiation. So very warm welcome to you, Tina.
Thank you, Dürrin. I'm so excited to be here.
Great, equally am I, because I know that you have very unique perspectives. But before we dive into that, I'm sure that when people look into your profile, that they are curious also to know, with tons of experience in sales, in managing teams, why do you decided to focus on and become an expert on negotiation?
I wouldn't say I decided to become an expert or focus solely on negotiation. For me, the red thread through my career, if you want to call it like this, it's people. So when my first real job, I started to manage people already. And for me, negotiation is everything. Communication is negotiation. We negotiate every day. And the most important things in my past or in my career was that I had to learn how to connect with these people, how to create a strategy, to work together. I had to learn how to work alone, but also how to work in a team. And I even had the chance in my time with Apple, where we had a very interesting structure where we were all on the same level. I had to learn how to put myself to the front, how not to be on the back feet, how to, even if we are all on the same level, how can I show what I can do and what I can contribute? So fairness was not always the best way chosen in this position. And what I think it's unique is that I changed countries, I changed languages, and this also gave me the chance to negotiate in different countries, in different industries. And I also had passion to develop people. So I did the business negotiation training, I became a business coach, and I have put all this together, leadership, coaching, in the negotiation. And where I am today, I feel like I can use all the skills, but not only that, I can give these skills to other people, and I can build on that and go further and develop myself in the role I'm in.
Thank you, Tina. I briefly introduced you, so that will definitely help people to get more flavor of your experience and perspective on how you connect everything you have done so far in the now. I know also that you have, and I want to immediately actually start with that you have a very strong passion for motivation and how it can transform power. And of course, in negotiation, we have targets and we want to aspire to achieve those targets. But how do you believe motivation can help us during the negotiation process?
What I believe is the most important for me, and it is, I have like a goal or mantra. I want to say as often as I can, here and now I want to be. So I want to do things that I really want to do at that moment. And I believe that this drives how I do things, and how motivated you are about something will drive how you do things. And going back to the topic of negotiation, it will drive how you prepare. It will drive how you treat the other person or the other team. It will drive how you ask questions. It will drive how you focus on the result. So I think if you are clear about your intentions, if you are clear why you are doing what you're doing, this will create value. This will influence how you are doing things. It will influence how you're doing things before, during, and after the negotiation. It will influence how you prepare yourself, What kind of questions are you going to ask? How curious you are about the other party, about the other team, about the other company. But it will also influence how you create value at the negotiation table. It will influence your behavior, what you show. It will influence the implementation afterwards. So now we have agreed, we have a deal, and I still need a motivation to implement what we have agreed on and to learn from it, to reflect what worked, what didn't work well. So the more motivation I have, the more it will influence all these steps. But not only that, maybe even more important, maybe I should start with that. My motivation will influence how I will find out their motivation. Why are they here? What is important to them? And is it the wealth? Is it the social pressure? Is it the fear of punishment? Is it the performance? Is it their own development? And all this again will go into how I negotiate, how I lead this conversation.
Thank you for giving us such a high energy answer. I can really sense that it is for you a fuel where you tap into that really improves everything you do in a negotiation. As we started, you have a very unique way in how you connect a lot of different things in this area. So that's why, yeah, I love talking to you, Tina. Maybe to connect this, because when I was listening to you, it can also, when you want to take that journey as a person, as a professional, it can be very challenging, right, to do that alone. And you obviously have extensive experience in managing that for teams, enabling others. So how can, what would your view be in what is needed from a leader to set up their teams for success that are embarking on this journey of, developing themselves as negotiators? So what would a leader need to do to set the right environment for people to be able to go through that journey?
Well, now you're talking about one thing that is definitely driving me, which is the success of other people. So if we talk about motivation and if we think about the intrinsic motivation, which in my eyes is clearly more important than anything coming from outside, is the success of people around me. And as a leader, if you're able to create environment and circumstances that your team can develop in and be successful, if you see a person developing to a strong person, standing there very proud, doing the things, this is what I call success for me. And how do we do it? My way was, and probably there's a lot of ways, and there's different leaders, different people having different experience. My way was helping them first to see what is really important to them, what is driving them, what is their motivation. So what are their values? What does make them feel good with themselves? Then connecting this with the vision and the values of the company, as they are there to contribute and to add value to the vision and the results of the company. This is their job. And then if things are not connecting, seeing how we can connect them, or maybe even saying it's better not to connect them. And if things are connecting, seeing how can we build on that? What do you need? What do you need to become the person you want to be in this role, in this? So it's again comparing today and the future. This person sees themselves in a certain situation today. They have an identity. What do you need? What skills, what knowledge, but also what beliefs and what habits do we need to implement? What routines do we need to implement to get you from A to B? And this is what I was working on, and I developed a few steps process to get people to get through that. I think it's important to know where you want to go. Otherwise, there are so many paths, and you will by chance come where you want to come to, or you won't. Maybe you will end up completely somewhere else. So we needed to create a strategy, but it also needs to fit to the person itself. Otherwise, they will not grow and develop themselves. An important thing also is to let go and let them make their own thing, let them make mistakes, let them try things out, let them. My goal was not to be needed at all. The less my phone rang, the better I felt. It means that they can handle challenges and situations on their own. And even today, if I put it in my today's world, my biggest satisfaction is when I hear from our clients and they did things that we have been talking about and they did them successfully. So this is, I think, leader create leaders, and leader, inspire people to see how they can contribute and why they are here. So help them see why doing that. And it's not only leadership in a company, it's also working with clients. Help them see why should they do that? Why should people do anything? And again, it's a motivation. Again, we are back to why should I do that?
It's nice that because we're slowly coming to the end of our conversation, Tina, and so it's nice that we started with motivation and ended up maybe a bit with motivation when it comes to also leadership. Before we close off, I'm curious to know, are there any topics you currently are top of your mind, that you are reflecting on, that is keeping your reflections energy busy? What are current topics that you are reflecting on?
I could say it's everything we have been talking about. It's all topics, and I do reflect a lot. If I think personally, it is the topic of balance and letting myself recover and calm down, because I love so many things that I'm doing that I just keep running. So this is one thing that I definitely need to implement better, and I am thinking about it a lot. The other topic is the topic of internal negotiation. I think it's something that is so strongly connected with leadership, with motivation, and often not seen as negotiation because it's just a part of our working life all the time. So I want to dig into that and become a real professional on that. And also topic how to help our clients, and in not only with things that we have. We have things products that we offer, trainings that we offer, consulting that we offer, but even all of that, what do we need? What is the future bringing? If you think of all the technical development, AI, virtual reality possibilities, what computers can do for us until a certain level. So how can we bring all this together? I think this is very, very interesting and very exciting topics.
Thank you so much, Tina. It was fantastic and very reflective to talk to you. I hope our listeners will, next time when they enter into negotiation, be much more intentional and really keep their own motivation alive so it can transform in how they do their planning, how they execute it, how they interact with the counterpart. So thank you very much for highlighting this very important topic. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Dürrin. And just focus on responsibility. You have it. You all have it. And put your energy where you want it to be and where you want to see the results. And you will.